Just me. You stay there. This hair is just not listening today. Ugly. Hot.
Hello.
Hello and welcome to my room. Today I am in one of those moods where I want my room to be really cold, but I want to be under the covers getting warm from the cold, you know? Okay, pal, this isn't happening. Go away! He's still there. I see him and I want him to die. I'm sorry, that was harsh. If you hear the AC running, I just wasn't willing to compromise today. I don't feel like being hot, but I do feel like drinking hot tea. You just gotta listen to your body. Also today, I'm in one of those moods where I kind of just feel like hanging out at home and not really doing anything. So I'm wearing the same pajamas that I slept in last night. And right before this, I was watching Gilmore Girls for 4 hours. I'm not upset about it. I'm having a good time, okay? I also felt like talking because I've been silent for a long time too. So I thought I'd talk to you guys, people who are always here for me. I asked you guys for questions on the social media platforms that I use frequently, and you guys gave me a lot of good ones. So I figured, let's do an Ask Cone. The folder on my computer is named Ask Coney. I just want to ramble today. Rambly Conan mood has come forth. I also don't feel very like peppy and excited and crazy right now. I just kind of feel like chill, like everything's fine. So don't be like, oh, Conan seems sadder in this video. I'm just not like, you know, which normally I'm like, but like today I'm like, Let's get started. Lovesick Boy asks, things you are looking forward to at UCLA. That's a good question. I'm very nervous to go to UCLA. Whoa. I just saw like a big bird outside my window. I'm really excited to go to UCLA. I'm also really nervous to go just because sometimes I feel like I shouldn't have gotten in and that I'm not smart enough to go to that school. And I'm scared that I'm gonna fail all my classes. But I'm sure that's not gonna happen. I'm sure I'll be fine, but anyways. I'm really excited to be in an environment where everyone at that school like actually wants to be at school. You know what I mean?
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 You know?
You know what I mean?
In high school, you're forced to go to high school. So all the kids there don't really wanna be there, but at a school like UCLA, where it's really hard to get into, the kids actually want to be there. They worked really hard to be at that school, and I'm really excited to be surrounded by people who actually worked really hard to be at that school, studying, have big aspirations, have big ambitions, and want to do amazing things with their life. I'm looking forward to being surrounded by people who I actually relate to. I live in a small town, so people kind of have different dreams than I do. You know, I have dreams of being able to be a musician and being able to work in the music industry, but most of the kids here, you know, have dreams of having a family and settling down, and I think that's wonderful and beautiful, but it's just not really what I want. And so I'm excited to be surrounded by people who also have different dreams other than settling down and getting married. I'm also really excited to ride my bike around campus and like, ding ding. That's the sound that a bike makes. Ding ding. So spot me around that campus riding my little bike. I'ma be zooming. I'm excited to just like enjoy the campus and like be a college student. I'm excited to learn about the music industry. I'm excited to feel intellectual. I'm gonna trick everyone into thinking that I'm smart. Joke's on you. I don't belong at that school. Anyways, next question. I'm really excited, basically. What are you most excited about leaving Texas? What are you least excited about? And what's your biggest fear when you're on your own? The thing about Texas that I'm most excited about leaving is that there's not anything to do here. Like, there's not that much to do here. There's not much opportunity job-wise. There's not much stuff to do outside with your friends. It's too hot to go outside. And I spend a lot of my time alone working just to like fill the time, basically. It kind of is driving me insane. I really don't like sitting around. The thing that I'm also least excited about leaving in Texas is that when I'm in LA, I'll never have that downtime. I'll never have this feeling of just there being nothing to do and like not having to worry about what to do. LA is just so fast-paced and so zoom zoom, go go go, and there is definitely a big spot in my heart that's sad that I won't have this mentality and this lifestyle to kind of ease my mind every once in a while. My biggest fear when I'm on my own, I'm scared that I'm gonna just kind of like get really stressed out once I move out and like fall into like a tiny pit of sadness. I know that's probably not gonna happen just because there's gonna be so much to do. I'm not gonna have time to even get sad. I'm scared that I'm gonna be lonely, that I'm gonna like spend too much time alone, because I mean, I don't really know that many people in LA. But overall, I'm mostly just excited, and I know that the fears that I have right now are all gonna disappear within like a couple weeks or a month. Like, those are all just gonna be out of the window. If you could be a character from a Studio Ghibli film, which one would you be and why? I feel like I would be Mei from Totoro, because Mei has a very vivid imagination. She's kind of like weird and crazy and like runs around all the time. She is a child, and I am a child in spirit. I just feel like her personality and my personality are super similar, and she's just a silly kid, and I really like that. She's also very curious. I'm an extremely curious person. I think also I relate to her a lot because my sister is a lot like the older sister in Totoro, and I'm totally like Mei, and I think it's something about like sibling-ship type of thing that really makes me relate to Mei, because Alyssa took care of me like so much when I was a kid. Advice for when you're shy. Fun fact, I used to be really shy, and I still am shy sometimes, even if it doesn't look like it. But when I was younger, I used to be super shy. I was always like hiding behind my mother. I was never talking. In elementary school, I was not hyper. I was very reserved and very quiet, to the point that like teachers would like ask my parents like, is everything okay with Conan? Like, is he okay? But I was really shy. But that shyness all went away once I had a really good group of friends. You know, when you have friends, you kind of get comfortable with them, and it doesn't really matter what they think of you. You just kind of have a mutual understanding that you guys are both absolute freaks, and it's okay. And when you have a group of friends, then like all of y'all can be weird together, and it doesn't really matter, you know? By the time I was an 8th grader in middle school, I wasn't really shy. I was shy with like strangers sometimes, but I think I got to the point where I realized that enough people liked me for who I am that it doesn't really matter what some stranger would think about me. It takes a long time to learn that it doesn't matter what strangers think about you, but thanks to my friends, I realized that. Once you realize that the public's opinion of who you are and the public's opinion of what you should be doesn't matter, being shy just isn't an instinct anymore. Obviously it's different for everyone, but that's how my shyness went away. When did you know that you wanted to pursue something related to music? Was it an epiphany moment? It was not an epiphany moment. My whole entire life, I always wanted to be a singer. There was a period around middle school when I started to doubt myself a lot and thought, no, I could never, like, I'm not talented enough, I don't know anyone in the industry, I don't have anything, like how could I do that? I really brushed it off, and I really like brought myself down and told myself that I couldn't. But for as long as I could remember, I always wanted to be a singer. From the second that I found out that people could actually have music as their job, I knew. It wasn't a single moment, it was my whole life. My whole life was that epiphany moment. Where is your go-to place for inspiration? Mostly art, but also your music, your videos, and when you in general feel uninspired. Feeling uninspired is definitely a very hard thing for people who are creatives. Artist block is a real struggle, and like can totally affect your career. But with me, I don't really struggle that much with artist block, just because I am constantly creating. Even if I don't have inspiration, I'm just constantly going and making things. And if I have some kind of creative boost randomly while I'm constantly creating, then I'll make something very creative. But I'm always circulating, always making. I'm pretty sure it's Chuck Close who said that inspiration is for amateurs. Let me look it up. There's a quote that is important. Yeah, it is Chuck Close. Chuck Close, one of my favorite artists ever, said, "Inspiration is for amateurs. The rest of us just show up and get to work. If you wait around for the clouds to part and a bolt of lightning to strike you in the brain, you are not going to make an awful lot of work. All the best ideas come out of the process. They come out of the work itself." And I absolutely agree with that. If you just keep that creative tap running, if you keep making, you're going to make great things as long as you keep working and you keep working towards that. But on days when I'm feeling a little bit uninspired to make things, I usually will get in my car and just drive around to anywhere, just drive for hours and hours, gallons and gallons of gas just disappearing, and that kind of helps me clear my head a lot and helps remind me why I love to create so much and why I adore the process so much. I hope that is a good answer for you and for everyone who deals with lack of inspiration. Could you talk a bit more about synesthesia in another video? Whenever I randomly mentioned that I had synesthesia in one of my videos, like a bunch of you guys commented and asked me to talk about it, so good opportunity. I have synesthesia. It is just a random thing that my brain does. It's a thing that my brain has always done. Basically, when I listen to music, my brain automatically places colors to every single note / every single song. Unwillingly, it just does it. I think a lot of people are under the impression that people who have synesthesia, like when they're listening to music, there's like streams of color floating around their world, and that's not true. It's just my brain is like, oh, this song is purple, and there's no reason why, but it just is. It just is. Music for me is extremely visual. When I listen to music, there are definite pictures, there are colors. Almost everything in the world to me has colors. Things that don't have colors, like numbers. Numbers have colors for me. Like 1 is blue, 2 is yellow, for sure. 3 is green, for sure. 4 is orange. 4 is orange, 5 is red. It just like, they just are. There's no reason why they are, they just are. Same with days of the week. I assign colors to every single day of the week. So when I listen to music, they just are a certain color. Let me give some examples. Adele's Someone Like You is gray. It's one of the only songs that I know that is gray, but it just is. It's gray. Like a pale gray, like the color of fog in the morning. That's another thing about synesthesia. The colors that my brain assigns to music, it's extremely specific. It's not just like, oh, it's blue. Like, it's a very specific tone, and that causes my songwriting process to be very analytical, because if a certain word or a certain note isn't the right color for the song, then I can't put it in there. Even if it's a good lyric or something, I just can't put it in there because it's not the right color. One of my favorite songs in the whole world, Dog Years by Maggie Rogers, it is dark blue, purple, and red. It just is. A lot of songs have several colors as well. My song, Idle Town, is like light blue, light orange, red, the color of green of like a lawn, that kind of color. And if you watch the music video, you'll see that those colors are in the music video because I knew the colors when I was writing the song, so I had to get this very distinct visual to make sure that the music matched the music video. I have a song coming out in August, which I'm crazy excited to have. And when I listen to that song, I already know the visuals. From the second that I wrote it, I knew what the song would look like, and that's what synesthesia is to me. It's another extremely visual aspect of music to me that I can't explain. There's no reason why, it just is. So that is all of the questions that I picked. I really hope you enjoyed. If you have a certain question that you really want me to ask, you can leave it in the comments below. And then if you see any other comments that you think would be really good for me to answer, give it a thumbs up. That way I'll be able to hopefully see it and then answer it in the next one. I also got some of the questions from Twitter, so if you want to follow me on Twitter to get notified when I'm taking Ask Cone questions, then you can do that. But my microphone is about to die and I feel like watching more Gilmore Girls, so I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. God bless and goodbye. To the other side.